All right, so hello and welcome to this part of the training where I'll show you a practical example, a practical case study of what a launch webinar sequence should be about. Okay, exactly how your own launch webinar sequence should go. I think I've not been saying my name, so I'm just going to go right into it. All right. At the end of this particular training, you have the complete idea that you will use to create your own webinar. Okay. Remember, I've said you need to have a particular sequence. You need to move from point A to point Z because your takeoff and your landing matters. It matters a lot. It's just like a plane. The takeoff and the landing is what matters most. So if you take off perfectly but you do not land perfectly, that would still affect your sales. It would affect your conversions. So this particular lecture will show you just the right sequence, and I'm going to be giving you a case study using one of my one of my webinar slides. Now, I don't know on this particular system. Perhaps I'll just use the particular webinar slide um, that brought you to this mastermind. Okay, some of you joined the webinar, some of you may have seen the training on maybe on my page, on my Facebook page, or I don't know, anywhere you saw the training, but at least this training is what led you here. So I'm just going to use this training and I'm going to go through how this whole thing worked out. Okay, so this is me breaking down every single thing that I did. I'm going to be showing you the behind the scenes. After this, you will look at anybody's webinar, no matter where the person is hosting that webinar from. You will look at that webinar and then you will feel like, I know why this person is doing this. You will know exactly what comes next. You will know what comes next, you will know what comes next, and that is it. You've become a master. Okay, because I'm about to break down everything for you, and you will see, you will even begin to reason that, oh, that's true, this was how I felt before I brought out my money to pay for this program. So I'm just going to go right into it immediately. So I'm going to try to pull up the slide, one of the slides the particular slide that I used to sell this mastermind. I'm going to try to pull up that slide now. All right, so here you have it. I'm guessing most of you here, not everyone in this mastermind, but most of you in this mastermind may have seen this training. Maybe you may have seen a different version, or maybe you saw this very version, or maybe you were in a webinar where I used this version. I'm just going to use this one to show you just how to host your webinar. Okay, so at this stage you already know how to get to all of this because I've shown you how to create your own webinar presentation slides. This particular font, I downloaded it off Canva just as I showed you, and I just deleted everything because I wanted a plain slide. Okay, so I deleted everything and I just added Word and my name, and that was it. Okay, so I'm just going to kick off with this. So first of all, you want to start with your title, the title of your webinar. Okay, so this particular one is like the main title, while this is my subtitle. Now this subtitle is what I created using the ROT formula. Okay, using the ROT formula, I said a guaranteed fireproof method to make massive profits from launching anything online. Okay, so that's the results. And for this particular one, I didn't use any time frame. and that's it for this one. But don't forget to use the formula that I showed you, because it converts more. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and show you this. So the first slide should just basically be your title, and it's supposed to have a logo. You can have your logo out here, okay, and that will just be fine. Then the second slide, you want to show people. So let's say you welcome people. You say hello, welcome, hello and welcome to this webinar. Hello and welcome to the six-figure launch masterclass, or the six-figure launch webinar in your case. Okay, this is a masterclass because for this particular slide, I didn't use this particular slide for a webinar. All right. So you say hello and welcome to the six-figure launch webinar with me, Deborah Ugochukwu. Then you move to the next slide. In this webinar, I'll show you a guaranteed fireproof method to make massive profits from launching anything online using this strategy which major big brands use. So for your own, you want to put in the formula which you created using the ROT formula. You want to put in that particular title here, which is like your big promise. So you put it here. So immediately after introducing yourself, immediately after the introduction, just hello and welcome to the six-figure launch webinar. So here, what you want to do here is find out, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see my screen? You want to know if people can hear you. You want to know if they can see your screen. And once you get their comments, we can hear you, we can hear you. It's okay, can you hear me clearly? They say yes. You say, can you see my screen? They say yes, we can see your screen. You say, all right, awesome. So welcome to the six-figure launch masterclass. For yours, it could be webinar. All right, so welcome to this masterclass, welcome to this webinar where I'll show you a guaranteed fireproof method to make massive profits, blah 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 blah, which is whatever it is you have to offer. Okay, now if you're doing a webinar, please do not use this particular call to action that I have here. Okay, because for your webinar, you don't really want people to know that you're about to sell something. This particular one is here because I'm using this for a back-end sell. Okay, so I just sort of edited my webinar slide and made it to suit the back-end sales that I was going to do. Okay, so once you say this, the next slide would be if you stay till the end, because you want people to stay till the end. Listen, whenever you start a live broadcast on Facebook or anywhere, you usually notice that people will rush in, people get in, because Facebook sends a notification to people that so person is live now on this group. So people get to rush in. So when they rush in, you have about 7 seconds to catch their attention. Okay, so hello and welcome to the six-figure launch webinar masterclass with me, Deborah Ugochukwu. In this masterclass, I will show you. Now you're giving them what you want to show them. Most people start with this and then maybe you want to start introducing yourself. No, this is not the time to introduce yourself. This is not the time to start telling long stories or to say any other thing. Immediately you introduce the class, go ahead to tell people what they stand to gain. What do they stand to gain if they are in this web? In fact, what do they stand to gain for attending this webinar in the first place? What exactly do they stand to gain? Okay. So once you do that, you want to reinforce this thing. You want to tell them, if you stay till the end. Now, at this stage, you're just going to tell me, if you stay till the end, I will show you the guaranteed fireproof method to make massive profits launching anything online, just your offer. Okay, I can go ahead to now put in the objections. You can go ahead to throw in more objections that you were not able to put in into the title. So I could say, if you stay till the end, I'm going to show you how to achieve AYZ, even if you've not launched anything before, even if you've never sold anything, even if you've organized a launch and you didn't make any sales. Just continue to hit them, those things that they have as objections. Even if you feel you're not a techie person, I will show you how to launch something, launch your product, launch your business, launch your services. Boom, boom, boom. At this moment, that person feels, okay, if I stay to the end, this is what I get to get. So the person is like, okay. So now remember that I told you that you need to time yourself. Okay, you don't want to make this webinar too long. You want to make sure that it's at least the highest it should be 45 minutes, because you don't want to get people tired and leaving you in the middle of your webinar when you've not even started to sell. Okay, so then I'll move to the next stage. Turn off all distractions now. Now, in this place, it's also okay to say, if you stay till the end, I will give you an amazing gift. The gift is only for those who will stay till the end of this webinar. Now, you know in your mind that the gift you're talking about is going to be paid for. But of course, it's a gift because you're going to give it out at a discount. You're going to give it out at a ridiculous price. All right. So that's what we talked about. Stack up offer. That is part of the things you need to be able to make your webinar sequence successful. All right. So once you say that, you then go over to turn off all distractions. Now, at this stage, you can see that anybody listening to this webinar feels like you are an authority. You are not here to play. You are not here to blabble. To blabble, blabble, blabble. You don't even know what you're saying. You are moving direct. You're not wasting time. So if you stay to the end, I will show you a guaranteed fireproof way to make massive profits launching anything online. Now, if you stay to the end, I will show you how to do this, whether or not you have actually launched anything before, or even if you've launched something before and you didn't make any profit, or if you've done this, you just attack them, give them those objections. Then you tell them, turn off all distractions now because I am about to start, and I will pull down this webinar. This webinar will not be here because it's not supposed to be free. I'm giving it to you for free today because I want to show you how to, you go back to your title. Okay, so when you come to turn off all distractions now, you don't tell them, okay, since you're going to be listening to me, I think I should introduce myself. Okay, so you must not put it as speaker Deborah Ugochukwu. No, you must not do this. Just do something that works. We can say, so hi there, I am, just anything. You have to now qualify yourself. Okay, at this stage, what you want to do is qualify yourself. Why should we be listening to you? Why should that audience, why should that person be listening to you? Why should that person be burning data listening to you? Okay, so you want to qualify yourself as much as possible. There's something about you that is amazing. There's something about you that you have accomplished that people should know, that will make them believe in you, that will make them want to key into whatever it is you have to offer. So once you introduce yourself, you want to go ahead and add more proof. Okay, if you've been to radio stations, you can add radio stations. If you've been on TV, put it there. Okay, I didn't put much screenshots into this one, but put as much screenshots as possible. If you've been on TV, put it there. If they featured you in a blog, put it there. Anything that you have accomplished, if you've written a book, if you've helped people do this, do that, put it here. You want people to know that this is a real person. You want people to know that other people have trusted you enough. Okay, other people have trusted you enough to actually want to do anything with you. So that's what you do. At this stage now, you're trying to gain their confidence. Okay? Then you move to the next slide. You are still trying to qualify yourself. So at this stage, you can put in screenshots of the things you've helped people to achieve. What are the things you've helped people to achieve? Don't tell me you don't have any results. If you don't have results, try to get results. You must not have results from your paid products. You can have results from the free things that you've offered people, and then they're saying, thank you so much, I got value. Put a screenshot. This happened. Put a screenshot. Put those screenshots to prove your credibility. All right, put a screenshot to prove your credibility. Further qualify yourself, so you can tell them, I've helped people to do this, I've helped people to master this, I've helped people to move from this to this, blah blah blah, those kind of stuff. So when you do that, it works out, it works fine. Okay, then you move to the next slide. I'm still trying to qualify myself. Listen, for this particular training, I didn't put in so much, but you can put in as much as possible. But make sure that you are timing yourself. Okay, so you can see that at this stage, I am already on my 8th slide, and I've not started to teach anything yet. Okay, because the aim of your launch webinar is not to teach. You are not coming here to form teacher Thomas. or teacher, teacher, teach. That's not what you came here to do. What you came here to do is business. You came here for serious business. So you have to be able to break some limiting beliefs that these people have. Now, by doing this, qualifying yourself, you are actually removing the limiting beliefs they have. You know, the limiting belief that this person is just here. Who is this person to be talking to us? You're showing them screenshots. You're showing them things that you've been able to achieve. Okay? So at this stage, after you're done qualifying yourself, you need to reinforce this. Remove all distractions. Now you're telling them, get a pen and a paper so you can take notes down. Okay? Now, in this particular one, you're saying we may put this video down soon. That's because it's a back-end training I was doing. It's not a live webinar. For your live webinar, you want to say, take notes now, because after this webinar, I will pull this video out of this group. You will not see this video again, because I will not leave this thing out here for free. You have to pay. Or you can say, get your pen and paper so you can write, because after this now, you will have to pay so amount of money to be able to get the replay of this webinar. At this stage, people begin to, some people begin to think, I beg you, let me go and get my pen and paper and write though. I don't want to pay for the video. Okay? So that's it. You are commanding authority. Remember that the aim of your webinar is to be able to command authority. You want to present yourself as an authority whom people can buy into. All right? So you ask them, are you ready? Are you ready? Now you want to get their comments. You want to get their comments. If you are ready, drop ready in the comments. Are you ready? Let me know if you are ready in the comments. You see them, they're saying, yes, we are ready, we're ready. Because at this point, they're seeing you as a person of authority, a person of credibility. You've spent about 7 slides talking to them about yourself, letting them know that this is what you have done, this is what you have done, this is what you have done. So when you ask them, are you ready? They are saying, yes ma, yes ma, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready. Okay, so you move on. So now you want to address who is this webinar for. Okay, who is this webinar for? So that there are some people who may feel like what you're offering is not for them. So at this stage, you want to let them know, who is this training for? Who is this particular training for? So you get to find out. So you can say it's for small businesses, it's for this, it's for that, it's for that. If it is something that's to help people lose weight, you can say if it's for anyone who wants to get more shape. You know, if it's a business opportunity you're trying to show people, you can say it's for anyone who is tired of working 9 to 5, anyone who's looking for a side hustle. So it depends on what you are about to launch. Okay, then you tell people the kind of business, the kind of products, the kind of people that your webinar is for. At this stage, anyone who falls into any of this category will definitely want to stay and finish the webinar, because person feels like, this woman or this man is talking to me, so I have to stay and learn what this person is saying. Okay, so that's it. So then you move. It's always good to engage people's imagination. So you want to always remember what the results that the people are trying to achieve. Always remember their results. So at this stage, you want to ask them, you want to tell them to imagine they have achieved that result. Okay, so let's say you're trying to launch something to help people lose weight, and you're saying imagine you are weighing 60 kg. Imagine losing 50 kg, or imagine losing 20 kg in just 1 month without having to do press up, without having to go to the gym and all that. Imagine. Now this person starts to imagine, that's true. That means I can actually lose 20 kg or 5 kg in 1 month without having to go to the gym. Are you kidding me? Now that is it. You're engaging their imagination. Okay, you are engaging their imagination. So at this point, this is what you should be doing. At this point, this is what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing. You are beginning to break down their limiting beliefs. You are beginning to break down their limiting beliefs. And at this stage now, when you're asking them to imagine, you're beginning to heighten their desire for your product. Because this person is saying, so it's possible for me to be able to launch my book and hit over 10 sign-ups or sales in just one. Are you serious? So it's possible to do this. So at this stage, you are heightening their desire for what you are about to launch without even, they won't even know that that's what you're trying to do. Okay? So then you want to go and address them. So now you want to, depending on what your webinar is about. So at this stage, I'm going to say, what's the easiest way? What's the hard way? What is this? What's that? You just want to re-emphasize. Remember that you keep re-emphasizing on your webinar. Don't tell yourself that you are repeating this thing too much. No. In fact, it is the aim of your webinar to continue to repeat. Continue to repeat. That particular result that people want to get, continue to repeat it. The more you repeat it, the more you re-emphasize on it, the more it clicks to their brain that, okay, we can achieve this. The more it clicks to their brain that that means it's possible to achieve this. Okay? So you are re-emphasizing. So at this stage, I'm just like, so now what is the easiest and less expensive way to launch anything and be guaranteed of making massive sales? That's what I'm saying. I've been repeating this thing almost in every slide. So it keeps people in check. So I want to move into the way I want to show them. You still want to break down their limiting beliefs, okay? So you show them what they've been doing before. Now remember the how to create badass content that I gave you in this training. It also helps you to create this. So find out what are the things they are already using. What are the vehicles they're already using? List those vehicles and tell them why the vehicles are not working. Okay, so I tell them why the vehicles are not working, and then I show them that, okay, I want to show you how you can actually do something that works, how you can get the results that you want to get. So now I begin. I tell them. You can see I tell them. So you just basically want to just teach them and prime them. Okay. Now for your webinar, you may do this. You can say, but then how can you do this? For this particular one, let me just go back. So I'll say the first step is to ensure you're launching to the right audience, okay? And I go ahead to say, but then how can you successfully get the right audience to attend your launch webinar? And then you're telling them how, I know that we are all busy. I may not be able to cover it in this particular launch, in this particular webinar, but in my 6-figure launch webinar mastermind, I will show you how to do this thing. I will show you just how to do it. Now, for this training, this is a back-end training. That's why you're saying use the link below. But for your own webinar, you do not want to tell people to use any link below because there's no link there yet. Okay? There's no link there yet, and they don't even know you're about to sell something to them. So right now, what they're thinking is, that means I have to attend this training. I have to attend this 6-figure launch webinar mastermind training. Okay? Then you still teach them. And you keep emphasizing on the fact that you may not be able to cover this here, but you have this, which you will show them how to join. You will show them this is your gift. That is only those who stay till the end. Remember, guys, it's only when you stay to the end that you will be able to join this 6-figure launch webinar mastermind. Okay, that's what you keep emphasizing on. Okay, at this stage, they don't know you're about to sell it. They don't know how much you're about to sell it for. They just know that, okay, if I stay to the end, I will join this thing. And they want to stay. So you teach. So when you're done teaching, you now want to introduce your products. Okay, so you can see that I basically taught in just, okay, this is the first slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just taught in 5 slides. You can see that, guys. The whole teaching I did in this webinar was just in 5 slides only. But the people are already feeling like, wow, we've gotten so much value because you've told them about yourself, you told them about the results, you told them about the things that are not going to work before you started to tell them about the things that will work. And even inside of the things that work that you're telling them, you are trying to let them know that if you stay to the end, I will show you how to even get more of this. Everybody wants more. Everybody loves more. All right? So then you introduce your product. So at this stage, I'll go ahead to say, so I'm sure you're wondering, what is this 6-figure launch webinar mastermind? I'm sure you're wondering. Are you wondering, do you want to join this? Now I know you are staying to the end. So you may just be among the lucky people that I will choose, the lucky people that will work with me in this 6-figure launch webinar mastermind so that I can help you get this particular result. Okay. Now everybody wants to work with you. Everybody wants to get into this thing. I hope you're beginning to say this. Everybody wants to get into this thing. Oh, everybody's interested. Oh, we're so interested. We're so interested and all that. So then you tell them, that this particular thing, your product, is you give them what your product is about. Okay, don't forget to use your ROT formula for your product. Now remember that this product is different from the webinar that you just sold. Okay, so you're going to have to use that ROT formula to create you're going to have to use your ROT formula to create what your product is about. So you can see this one. I'll say the 6-figure launch webinar mastermind is my complete A to Z guide, which has been proven capable of helping you launch anything online, which is the results using webinar, and be sure to make over 100 sales within just 1 to 5 hours. Okay, all right, so you can use the ROT formula to create what your product is about. Then you want to tell people, who will this thing be for? At this stage, you don't want to say who is it for. You just want to re-emphasize who is it for. So it's for people who don't know what to do that will bring in sales. People who cannot do this. People who cannot do this. People who cannot do this. Or people who have this problem. People who have this problem. At this stage, you just want to address the problem that all your prospective clients should have. Okay? You want to address all the problems that your prospective clients should have. You address all these problems here. Now, some of them are already beginning to feel like, please, I want to join. Now you begin to tell them everything that is inside your product. Now, this is where many people get it wrong. They will just go from here. This is what I have. This, that. Then they tell you that pay 5,000 naira so that you can join so you can get this product. Come on, people just that's too bad. That's the reason why you're not making any sales. Okay, you jumped from telling them what your product was about. You jumped from telling them what your product was about to telling them to bring money. Come on, you jumped. That was a big jump. It was a big jump. Okay, so you don't want to make this jump happen. No, you want to take your time to still break down their sales resistance. So this is the stage where you're concerned about breaking down sales resistance. What are those things that will prevent these people from buying? What are those things that will prevent them from making that sale happen? Okay? So I go ahead and tell them the things that are inside the 6-figure launch webinar mastermind. Listen, you should not be stingy with what you are about to offer. If possible, show them a script or show them something. Show them a clip. If you have a video of all the things inside your product, maybe you're offering a physical product, you can show them a video or show them pictures of it. Then put a price to everything. You can see this. It's called stack up. Put a price to everything. You get this for this price. This one is for this price. This one is for this price. Now people are beginning to see it and say, oh boy. Are you getting that effect? So people are beginning to see it and say, wow. At this stage, they're beginning to feel like, I cannot afford this thing. Oh, I cannot afford this thing. But please do not go to tell them that don't worry, I will not give this thing for you for this price. Oh, if you do that, you will lose your customers. Because they will feel like you are begging them to buy. So at this stage, what you want to do is ask them, if all that this money did for you was help you to achieve, remember what they want to achieve that brought them here, that helped you to achieve this, wouldn't it be okay? At this stage, I want to ask them, if all this money did for you was give you all of this particular thing, and remember to explain it. When you say, I will give you in the 6-figure launch webinar mastermind, I will give you the 3-step ultimate launch formula. I will explain what it is. The webinar creation base, I'll explain what it is. What are you getting from it? This other one, what are you getting from it? That's what you want to do. Okay? So at this stage, you see when you ask this question, some people may not respond because they feel like, it's too much. But they're not feeling like it's too much in the sense that it's too much. They are feeling like it's too much because maybe they cannot pay for it. All right, And some of them are beginning to think, how will I be able to pay this woman for this thing? How will I be able to pay this man for this thing? Then you still go ahead and introduce your bonuses. When they see bonuses, they're like, we're still getting more. And then you tell them that for free, I will give you for free when you register for this thing, just to tell you thank you for joining. Thank you for joining and thank you for working with me. I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you this. And the total of the bonuses is how much? This. Now that's amazing. Super amazing. All right? So at this stage, this is what is happening. This is where many people get it wrong. You have to make sure that your offer is badass, that your offer is big enough so that people will be able to buy into it. So, okay, I'm sure someone that people who are NGOs, because I said NGOs can use this training, someone who is an NGO, you're probably thinking, what should you do at this stage? You can decide to list out everything that you're going to be giving. Maybe you people are going to be visiting 3 motherless babies home, and the money you need to spend is this. And you need to be doing this, the money you need to spend is this. You need to be doing this, the money you need to spend is this. You are listing out all the things that you're going to do. So this works for everyone. I'm sure that if you're a business, if you're a company, for companies, you already know how to do this. What are the things you're going to offer in that company package? In that package you want people to get. For network marketing, what are the things that people are going to get inside that your pack? What would they get when they sign up for that your business? So that's what you want to do. Expose them. Get 24-hour bonuses for them. Put it in there. Then tell them what the total value of the class is. And go ahead to tell them what you will sell it on a normal day. This is the price on a normal day. Now at this stage, when you say this price, don't be scared. Do not be scared that people will not buy. Because if you're scared, you start to say, but wait, I will not sell it for this price. I know it's too much. How can you tell them you know it's too much? No. Okay? What you are offering should be bigger than this. So I'm not trying to say you should go and offer nonsense. I'm trying to say you should offer something that is worthwhile. Some of you do not have products that you should be selling, but instead you want to sell. For now, you should be more interested in creating enough products. Create enough products so that when you want to sell, you can be sure of selling. All right? Then you tell them this. They're like, wow. So this is the price. Some of them are already thinking, okay, I can pay for this. I can pay. Some of them are thinking, I cannot afford it. Then you said, Father Christmas is here. So if you get in today, now remember that I've told you that the goal of this, your launch webinar, is the fact that you're going to be able to make your sales in 1 to 5 hours. So you can say if you pay today, in fact, if you pay between now and 6 a.m. or if you pay between now and 5 p.m., depending, I will give it to you for just this price. Now, you see how we've moved from here? How we've moved from here down to here. So at this stage, there are people who are like, what? Only today? Nobody loves to miss a discount. Nobody loves to miss a massive giveaway. So you're like, this is my gift to you for staying till the end. Only the people who stay till the end of this webinar can take this. So now, because you are here till the end, you can just do this. Just do this and you are in. Now remember that before you even start, you've already determined the price you're going to sell your products. Okay, you've determined the price you're going to sell your product before you even start up any of this stack up offer and all that. So at this stage, you have done this. Then you still want to go back and crush any other limiting beliefs they have, any other sales resistance they have. Make them imagine what it would be like to get the results that they are going to get from your products. Make them imagine what it will feel like to get the result they are going to get from your products, the result they're going to get from your launch, from what it is you are offering. Okay? So when you do this, still just make a claim. Okay, make a claim, make them imagine. Do you want to be able to achieve this thing? Do you want to be able to achieve this? And if you want to be able to achieve this thing, go ahead and make payments now. Okay, so you tell them if they got value from this training. Did you get value? Some of them will say yes, we got value, we got value, we got value. Some of them will say, ma, can you give us a discount? You say, no more discounts, and this one is only for now. Okay, so you ask them if they got value. They can ask other people to come and watch and all that, and then you close. So at this stage, you want to make sure that you have not spent more than 45 minutes on this training, so that people can be around when you are about to sell. Okay, so I've walked you through exactly how to present the sequence to present your webinar. So do not start by offering your products. Don't put in your products in the middle of your training. Don't put in the price in the middle of your training. Don't do anything. Just follow this sequence. Watch this video again, watch it again, take notes, and create your own webinar. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section, and I will respond to you, and that would just be it. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.